into this episode of Cardinals Plus. I'm Corey Miller, here with Frank Cusimano for this episode, and it's been a little while, so we got a lot to talk about, and it's good times, actually, for Cardinals Nation. First place St. Louis Cardinals in the Central Division after the rest of the division has really just decided to take a couple weeks off, it seems like.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, the stat today, a 22-game losing streak by everybody, not including the Cardinals heading in. Here's the thing is, they're going to wake up tomorrow morning in first place. If they were in any other division in baseball, they would not be in first place. But it's not like they chose the division, and sometimes the division is good. Here's the thing. All you got to do is beat the Brewers, and you win the division, and I think they're better than the Brewers.
You got to make hay. We're recording this on Sunday. The Cardinals just could not complete the sweep against the Reds. I think those games are going to be ones you look back on at the end of the year if you're not where you want and think, we have to have those. We have to sweep the Reds. We have to sweep the Pirates. We have to sweep the Cubs.
Yeah, I think, if you got 5 out of 6 and you sweep Pittsburgh. Wait, is that a double? There's a doubleheader.
There's a doubleheader, yeah.
So there's 4.
There's 4 games, yeah.
So if you went out of there with 6 out of 7, you'd be feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pros, too. They get paid, too.
Yeah. So your first place St. Louis Cardinals sounds good. We'll see how long it lasts. Like I said, it's been a little while since we've done a Cardinals Plus episode. We got to talk about all these young guys coming up and fitting right in and performing better than some of the guys you counted on at the beginning of the year. Let's talk about Juan Yepez first. We all knew he could hit, but I don't know if we knew that much outside of that, and he's proven he can hit, and he's really gelling with Albert Pujols from what we hear behind the scenes.
Yeah, they hang out a lot. You could see him a lot in the dugouts, and Albert has even made the statement saying that he's going to break all my records. That's not happening. But I like this. A lot of times we see a rookie come up and do well, and then they make the adjustment. Now the rookie's got to make the adjustment. He apparently made a nice adjustment today in the 9th inning. So, I think, not to sound like a hitting instructor, he was opening up too soon when he went kind of south, and now if he figures that out, who knows how good he can be.
And he's got a guaranteed place in this lineup somewhere right now, whether it's in the outfield or DH or to spell Goldschmidt at first base if he has to. I mean, you got to keep putting him in there.
I think you have to put either he or Donovan in there every game. I'm not sure if they both have guaranteed spots, and I think I'd lean towards Donovan, I guess depending on, which arm the pitcher throws with. But Donovan's the guy that's jumped out.
Yeah.
I've never seen, it's rare that you see a 25-year-old getting his first taste in the big leagues, taking so many great at-bats. I mean, he's like the best 2-strike hitter on the team right now.
He is, and his versatility, he's like Tommy Edman light, kind of. You can put him anywhere. Sunday, that ball to right field, he's going to tell you he should have caught it. But I will cut him some slack because the guy's played like 5 positions and played with his hair on fire.
He can do that if he continues to get on base 3 times a game. You can misplay a fly ball once in a while if you get on base 3 out of 5 times.
I should have checked this before we came out. He had the highest OPS of qualified rookies the last time I looked. And he didn't have any, I did look at this also, he didn't have any odds for Rookie of the Year. He wasn't even listed on the boards yet, which kind of blew me away.
Oh, sounds like you may be on the east side placing a bet tomorrow.
I didn't say that. He wasn't even listed, though, and he's got the highest OPS of any qualified rookie. Another guy who the Cardinals talked about they liked, but I think fans are, if you weren't really, really digging into it and following, like, who is this guy tearing the cover off the ball? He has been great.
Yeah, in fact, I had John Mozeliak on the radio Friday, and he said he can't remember a time where they have so many good young offensive players in the organization at the same time. We're not only talking about the guys like Yepez and Donovan are here, but in Double-A with Walker and in Triple-A. I mean, they are loaded. And what's going to happen is this, is if you feel really good about one of those guys, then you may be able to move one of your established guys this season for pitching, and that would definitely be a weakness.
It seems like a little bit of a philosophy shift to me, because 10 years ago, we're talking about all these young flamethrowers, all these arms.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about all these young position players. Have you seen that too?
Absolutely, yeah. And, you think about it, John Mozeliak has even said that Jordan Walker is the best hitting prospect he's seen since Albert.
Albert and Oscar Taveras, So that's pretty high praise.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, we haven't even talked about the last young guy we got to talk about is the guy who everybody in Cardinal Nation knew about and was waiting for him to get here, Nolan Gorman. He came out right on fire when they first called him up. The strikeouts we've still seen are a bit of an issue, but he's played a really good second base, and he makes an impact in the lineup, I think, every time he's in there.
He just causes damage.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen many at that age come in and hit the ball consistently as hard. Now, we knew he was going to strike out a lot. He's got to make some adjustments.
Yeah. Let's talk about the rotation. Jack Flaherty on his way back. He's going to have his third rehab start this upcoming week in Memphis. He's looked pretty good. Last one was perfect other than a home run he gave up. If he comes back and he is, let's not even say 2019 Jack Flaherty is too much to ask for. If he's just a solid piece, how much better is this team?
Oh, it's frightening because you feel good about Wainwright, you feel good about Michaelis, and you feel good about Hudson in general, though he didn't pitch well today. Then you'd have 4 reliable starters. And I got to tell you, every time Palante goes out there, and not just because he's Italian, he's really good. And I like the fact that the manager's saying we are now going to put him in the rotation.
He's worked his way into there. Was it you? Somebody asked Mozeliak who we should be looking out for at the beginning of the year. They said Palante and Walsh.
Yeah.
And
we haven't seen enough of Walsh, but yeah. But Flair, I bet there's no doubt about it. Palante has a chance to be a starter. And that's why when Jordan Hicks does come back, I don't think you can put him back in rotation. No. That's fine because he can come out of the bullpen.
They need him in the bullpen, too,
Absolutely,
because they only have 3 or 4 guys you can really count on out of the bullpen.
Jack, by the way, is back in town. He was at the Wainwright function. So he'll go Wednesday, and I don't think he's going to go again down there. I mean, if he's good Wednesday, he'll be here in about 5 or 6 days after that.
That could be exciting. Let's do an Albert Pujols check-in because we're in June. Do you think right now he's exceeded expectations? Do you think this is about what we thought from him? In my personal opinion, he's gotten a lot more at-bats against righties than I thought he was going to get for sure. And it hasn't always worked out. But overall, I think the stat line is about what we were expecting.
Yeah. In fact, that OPS number at 697 would be a lot higher if he didn't hit against right-handers so much. And let's face it, he ended the game today. He just didn't look good. But if you tell me before the season that this is what Albert Pujols is going to contribute in till mid-June, I'd say, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. 21, though, looks like it's out of the question to get to 700 homers, right? There's no chance anymore.
No. And, as he told us the other night, that's not the most important thing for him.
That's true. I do think, I've got this on our addendum to talk about, I think he's going to be at the All-Star game. He has to be. I don't know if they'll do the Pujols and Yachty get there, but Albert Pujols is a generational player in his last year. He has to be at the All-Star game, right?
The greatest right-handed hitter of his generation in his final season for sure has to take a bow. And I don't care what the rules are. Oh, you can only put a certain amount of players on there.
Yeah.
You change the rules.
He's got to be there.
You let him take a bow. Where is he? It's
Los Angeles.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah. I want to see him in the home run derby, too. I think he might be interested in doing it, too. I don't think he could win, but it'd be fun.
I wonder how many times there have been left-handed BP. He'd have to have one.
That would be really interesting.
I don't remember many lefties. I guess there had to have been.
Yeah, that is an interesting question. If he would do it with a I guess he would have to. I think there could be we'll talk more about the All-Star game as we get closer to the game because there's a couple other Cardinals guys that are definitely strong contenders. Let's talk about some struggling guys though. Tyler O'Neill came back. He has looked better since he's come back. Still not really seeing the home run power. What's your feel on O'Neill right now? Because if he's looking like he does last year, that takes this lineup to a whole other stratosphere.
Well, I know when he first came back, a lot of people were thinking, well, let's play him till he gets hot and then move him. But I got to tell you, all the guys that we've talked about in AA and AAA and on the Major League roster, in terms of outfielders, not one of them do we know can have a 912 OPS and hit 34 home runs except him.
Yeah.
So I say play him every day for a while and let's just see it happen. And it would not shock me at all if he gets on fire. And can you imagine if you had a big 3 again? That would be frightening. So I'm bullish on him.
If everybody's healthy, what's your outfield lineup
I think it's
like?
Bader and
it's those
Carlson,
3?
Yeah.
And then you just have to fit Donovan and Yepes in somewhere.
It's second base once in a while with Gorman, DH, yeah. So.
But that could all get thrown out of proportion if the next guy we're going to talk about comes back and hits like he is at AAA. And that's Paul DeYoung, who's been tearing the cover off the ball for Memphis. Multi-home run game the other day. Had another homer today when we're recording this, I'm pretty sure. You want to see DeYoung come back and stay here. You don't want to see him bounce back and forth. And he looks like he's on his way. Are they going to insert him right back into the lineup if they bring him back?
Well, that's really going to be a tough juggling act because, you don't want to have him here if Gorman's here and Gorman at age 22 not getting regular at-bats.
Yep.
So does a guy who's hit the furthest home run for the Cardinals this season have to go back to Memphis? Or how do you feel about Sosa at this point? So he's going to get another shot. Even Oli Marmol said the other day, our defense is clearly not the same without him. So if you bring his steady defense back, and if this bat is legit again, that's pretty good.
Cardinals could have a problem of too many guys they want to put in the lineup, which is a pretty good problem to have. Fingers crossed. Let's talk about another position that's really not getting anything. Andrew Kisner has been going through it lately. Yachty looked like he was coming out a little bit, and then it has regressed a little bit more. They're just not getting anything from catcher. And Marmol said in his postgame today,
candid.
He was pretty candid how they're not getting anything out of there. And Yachty could get some more at-bats for sure because Kisner's just not getting it done.
Yeah, it'll be, they also have Herrera down there who has hit well. And, that wouldn't shock me either if Kisner, who does get a lot of chances now, doesn't hit, if they'd make that move.
That would be really interesting to see how that would play out. All right, that'll do it for this episode of Cardinals Plus about your first place St. Louis Cardinals. Hopefully we'll be saying that the next episode we do. Goodbye, everybody.